Hello and welcome. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming today. Our first ever Rayleigh Spiritual and Healing Centre, our first ever one. So thank you for all being here. I just wanted to say this whole thing is about us all learning new stuff and working with healing, and I just feel like the energy is so good in this room, even though I just feel like we're all like a family already. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's quite important. Do you feel that as well?
Yeah.
And I think it's going to grow. That's what I think. So I want to first of all thank you for coming and receiving the healing and being open to have the healing, because I feel it's really important that people do have healing as well now. It's not just about readings. It's about everything, which the community that we are all, that we can offer everybody. Readings, clearing, healing, that's what we're here for. So I'd just like to introduce my lovely medium for the evening, platform medium, Claire. Would you like to talk about yourself for a moment?
Yes, I'll come and stand up and stay within the camera.
Do I stand up?
You can sit down, have a break. Hello everybody, so yes, I'm Claire. I'm a spiritual medium, and all that just generally means for me is I chat to your past loved ones. And how I will work is I will give you everything and anything I receive. I put my hands up and say if I don't understand it, that can mean because what I'm getting doesn't have any relevance to me, but it has relevance to you. So I will give you everything. I always say, look at my mannerisms, how I work, my tone of voice, because when I say spirit come, I literally allow them to come into my energies and let them be themselves. And so that's how I'll be working. I do give dates and months and things, but we can always chat a bit like that, really. So that's it, me, really, just down to earth, me, really.
Love it.
It's me.
We are going to be coming to the mediumship quite soon, because we have overrun a little bit and we were supposed to start at 5:30 with the platform. So I wanted to download an address for you all, which is what I normally do. So when you come to my centre, you can expect that we will have an address that Spirit has normally given us. All Spirit wants to give us tonight is to just be aware that we need healing as well as readings, and just to move forward positively at the moment. And I think we're all such a good community, and that's what it's all about. So as far as the address goes, that is it, I'm afraid. But next time there will be something more from Spirit. But today it's just about finding our feet, finding who wants to be here, and just seeing where we're going to go, really. So before we move on to the mediumship, I would just like you to, there's two things I'd like to do. Firstly, I would like you all to just close your eyes for just one moment. I would like you to start to consider what it is you would like to call in for yourself until the next time we meet here. And I would like you to set an intention. I would like you to set an intention for what you want for you and only you, okay? You can give your gift away if you want to, but set an intention, please. And then the next time you come here, I want to know if it's worked. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Now, with setting intentions, it is about moving forward on the right frequency. So if you're asking for something and you're not on the right frequency, newsflash, you're not going to get it, okay? So everything you can to get on the right frequency, that's music, healing, giving love, all of that. Let's all work on our collective energy. And while we're at that, let's all just take a moment to have a think about, not a think, but send some love to the Ukraine and Russian situation right now. So sending love and healing now. Just have that thought in your head. And now also, in your mind, if there's anybody you know that you want to send healing to, please think of them now and send that. Intention is very, very strong. You are smoke. You are not the body you're in. We have a lot of power, we've just forgotten it. So remember how strong your intention is and what a difference that can make in the collective energy. Thank you. I'm going to come to Claire and ask her to do an opening prayer, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if I could ask you all to just go into the choir. Dear Lord, God, Goddess and the Divine Universe, we invite you here this afternoon to help bridge the connection between the spirit world and our own. We ask for spirit, for those who have passed, to come forward confidently and strongly so that Karen and I can pass on messages of love, comfort and upliftment. I can't say that one. And following on from Karen, I ask for you to create a bubble of healing, of love, of light, and to send it out to those who are in need and to your family and friends. And make sure that there's just a little bit left enough to give to yourselves, for we always forget ourselves. And without further ado, we shall say thank you, blessed be and amen, and let's get rocking. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing.
Shall I get back up again?
Well, you could do.
Shall we start? You ready?
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
then.
do it. Right. Woo. Let's have a little clap. Let's raise that.
Before you start,
Yes.
is this the wood carving club? Because I'm the only bloke here. Apart from my mate. Sorry, Al. You see, sneak down there.
Or where would rest more?
You all right to
Yeah,
start?
yes, no
Go for
problem.
it, go for it.
Excellent. Right. Okay. So as I said, I connect to your past loved ones. I come forward and go direct to an individual because I've tried the whole here spirit come through. It doesn't suit. The Virgo in me likes to go through a person, individual. You are more than welcome to say, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. That's fine. Because I'd rather you say I haven't got a clue, but what I do say is please hold on to it because it may well come irrelevant a bit later. Same with dates, names and months. If you can't take them, that's fine. You have loads of information thrown at you and it's always some things as you walk out the door you go, oh yes. So, without further ado, I will start. Now, the first person I want to come to is Joe in the grey. Are you okay for me to work with you, Joe?
Yes.
Now, I know a little bit about you, so I will put my hands up and say that I do. However, as I want to come through to you, I do have a gentleman that steps forward and he comes through being a dad. If it's not dad, it would be granddad. So I will ask generally the only question. So I know my family sat nav is fine. Is dad in spirit?
Dad,
Thank you.
yes.
I just wanted to check. But he's making me sort my thing out. So I've got a thing about him either wearing a tie or liking to be smart because he's talking about here. He also gives me a sense about you and him very, very similar in character. He says to me, in characteristics, personality and looks. He apologised because he says he tells me that you've got a bit of a dad's look rather than you took on to mum's look. He said he's sorry for that. He said it's the DNA. Right. Now I know you've been moving because I know you said there, but he talks about things that he wants to send you some energy. Now this isn't generally his words because he wouldn't be that type of man. He said I was a man of science, more practical is what he's telling me. I was a man of science. However, he's kind of now had a bit of a new perspective. You know, he's up there and he's kind of like okie dokie. But he also gives me a feeling that he wants to give you healing, or he wants to give you some upliftment. He says to me, you've been working your socks off everywhere. A little bit unsure where you want to go. The uncertainty is in you're not too sure what you've been wanting to do or where you want to go, but he's talking about the fact that you're finally now on the right path. So there was a little bit of uncertainty. He gives me March to you as either a birthday, party or anniversary.
I don't know of one.
Don't worry, it could well be that something happened. Well, we can't have him now, I'll have to wait next year. But there's something around about March. I've got the 16th. So there's a birthday party and an anniversary in or around the 16th. But I really want to give that to you. I can't ignore
I could
it.
take it for May and that day.
But it doesn't matter if it's not the March, if you can take the 16th, he says that we're in around, that's an important date.
It's also an M.
And it is an M.
And you do say, what did you say?
Oh.
Take the initial.
Okay,
There you go.
there we go. We'll take that one.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay,
You're
thanks,
welcome.
Copal. Thank you. Okay. He also- It gives me November as another birthday party or anniversary, and I want to go. I'll tell you what he said. He's done 11th of November, which is Remembrance Service.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether this is Chris's granddad. There's a Remembrance Service. I don't know whether he was in service or whether there was a military background, because he took me to November the 11th. his remembrance service.
He would always watch it on telly.
Important. 'Cause I didn't want to call it
for
like birthday
Yeah.
party or anniversary. There is, because that would have been a family connection in the past.
Mm.
There is okay, he recognises that that we are very privileged, and this was, he says to me, this humbled me. It made him realise how privileged we are. Just little bits and little tidbits, as they say. Okay. It gives me a feeling with mum. Mum's either needed help or mum needs support. There's something around about either you needed to give mum support or mum needed support. So I don't know whether, I'm not going to kill off mum, so I don't know whether mum's in spirit or not, but there was about giving mum support.
I gave her lots, yes.
Okay, you gave, so I'll take that as the wrong one, okay. I've got a P name to give to you, like I tell you what I've got a Phyllis or a Paul, so I don't know if you can take their names, but I will pass them over to you. If you can't take the names, unfortunately there isn't a month that starts with P, otherwise I'd give you the month with P. Okay, there's also an Albert or a Bert. There's a name that uses like a Robert or an Albert.
Yeah.
I want to do that, it just gives me that to pass over to you as well. I don't know if you're suffering with headaches at the moment, because he's got a pressure in the back of my head. That I want to go there. It's what I feel like. It's not there, not there, not there. It wants to go there. But that's because there's a lot going on. He says there's a lot going on. We'll take it away then. He also talks about your hair at the moment. I don't know whether things have been a bit too stressful with you, because he's talking to me about my hair. So that normally means stress for me, unfortunately. But he's talking about a bit of the stress there for you. That sounds really weird, and I know you're a green, but he keeps telling me green's important for you as a colour. So I don't know whether that's one of your favourite colours, it just coincidentally is your green, because he talks about green being really an important colour for you. Oh, yeah, well, that's just it, so I can't get away with that one. But it's really important for you. And he gives you daffodils but mum something comes in with mum about daffodils. So I don't know whether it's, if you would take it as a memory, but there's something around about yellow and daffodils is important for you.
I know what that is.
You know what it means. That means St. David's Day, does it, by any chance? That's all right, don't worry, that's me just trying to stretch. But you are on the right path. That's what he wants to know. I keep getting, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. I'm not singing anymore. But he gives it. But as he comes in, he really wants to go and put an emphasis of the bomb, bomb, bomb. So that it's a real emphasis. But they want to pass that over to you. And although he says, although I am a man of science, he now understands you better. So there must have been a little bit of uncertainty around your side, but he feels he understands you better now that he's there. A bit of reflection from him. I'll just say thank you for allowing me to work with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't get a chance to say this hello, I'm sorry.
Hey. Got to do the bell, haven't I? I didn't bring the bowl. What is going on? Okay, so I do have a lady stepping forward that I want to connect with. As she steps forward, as you can probably see from my mannerisms, I am in quite a bit of pain with her as she's passing, and I do feel my energy go to the stomach kind of area. There's something going on that's not quite right, and I feel like there's more than one thing with her. I'm feeling quite dizzy as well with this lady, so I do feel I've got a headache as well with her, and as she comes forward, I'm feeling quite frail and quite weak as she's passing over to the other side. Now, as you just heard, that was quite a big last breath. So I do feel that this lady, as she passes, whoever is in the room that this lady connects with, will have been around on this planet when she took her last breath. That is quite a significant last breath, so possibly even been around her when she passes, or if not, yeah. I'm just hearing the word mum as well. Doesn't mean it's mum, it just mum is significant as well with this. Maybe she was the one that was around when she took her last breath, as you hear the breath again. And I say, I'm feeling very, very, very dizzy, and I don't feel like I know where I am with this lady. Short skirts and mini skirts, she wants to say. Short skirts and mini skirts. She loved all that. 60s is what I'm getting here. 60s and that lovely shape, you know, with the little tunics.
Yeah.
She's showing me this. She's really excited to be here. This is what I've got here, the holding of the hands, which means that whoever is here that this message connects to, she's really desperate to talk to. So is anyone picking up what I've... So we've got 2 in the front row. Okay, possibly you as well. I did wonder if it was your mum. I'll be honest with you. But I'm just going to see what else I'm going to get, because there's more than short skirts and mini skirts. Short skirts and mini skirts. She is funky, this lady. She is really funky. She's got great energy. Woo! She comes with an element of excitement, okay? She's not your normal lady. She's a little bit funky, a little bit diva-y. She would like to be on the stage. She doesn't care. She will flaunt it because she's got it. She has got it. She's on fire. And I think I was talking to someone earlier today, and we said, "You on fire, girl." And it definitely is the energy that I'm picking up with this lady. She is full of love. I feel she was taken too soon, and I feel there is a lot of upset, and as you can see from my energy just dipping now, that I feel like I really want to cry and I'm feeling very, very weak. So towards the end, she lost all of her power, if you like. The illness, she says, took it away from her. We're 3 of you, aren't we? All 3 of you. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a bike, a little bike, possibly a trike. Possibly a 3-wheeler. And I'm seeing a husband who is a little bit fisty. Yes. No. Yes.
Okay, I can take that.
Okay. Are you okay with me working
Yes,
with you?
of course.
I'm sorry if you guys... Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. I feel like the energy is with you both. I feel we've got a triple double back here. I'm sure you're going to pick up on that a bit later. You know, we like to share. We're a bit rude like that.
Spiritually.
Yeah. So I'm going to work with you if that's okay. You're happy for me to come to you. So this energy, she feels so excited to be around. Okay, you understand about the 60s and all of this kind of the short skirts and mini skirts as well.
Yeah, it's my mum's sister.
Right, okay. I was thinking, I was thinking, who have I got here? And now she comes on a love vibration.
Yeah.
She tells me that she always understood you more than your mum.
Yes.
Right, you and her were like this,
Yes.
right? She was you were like her little knockoff. She said, I want you up. And I said to her, I'm saying to her rather quickly, I want to get you on platform. And you're like, no. And she's like, yes, I'm going to be with her. So next time we have to get you up. She is impressing on me that you do need to go for it.
Okay.
Stop holding yourself back. Why stay in a little box? And speaking of little boxes, she says, house stuff. She says, oh, right decision, moving on from selling. Moving on from selling. She brings attention to your other work.
Okay.
She's saying keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. There's more opportunities, but also watch who you're giving what to.
Okay.
Also, I just want to say, bring attention to rings as well. So I feel that she, she's trying to marry you off. Okay, that's what she's doing. But she's saying never go back.
Okay.
She's saying never go back.
Okay. Thank you.
That ship has sailed. Dave, stand still. I swear, he makes cups of tea, wanders around, and I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah.
It was a dynamic photo.
It was dynamic, yeah, I know, but I'm trying to concentrate, and I can see him wandering around, cup of tea. Love him. So I want to give you that absolute love that she's bringing through for you. She's talking about your scarves, going, why are you always cold?
I'm always cold.
Why are you always cold? Because she wasn't. She was short skirt and mini skirts. She's like, what? You've got to freeze for your art, darling. Freeze for your art. Okay? Do you understand this? Right? And also she brings attention to Jo's lovely outfit. She likes animal print as well. She's loving your outfit, okay? She's giving it, oh, that's a bit of me, that is a bit of me. She's like, David, good boy, you're sitting, good boy, she says, Dave's sitting down there. She was quite bossy, this lady. Do you understand that? She's like, yeah, you sit down, and you in front. I've got my eye on you, she's saying. Gentleman at the back there, talking to you, got her eye on you, she's saying. In a good way.
Well, of course.
Yes, obviously. So she brings a lot of fun with her, okay? Brings attention to children, your children. That there's one particular child that she gels with very well. Feels like an emotional energy.
Right, okay.
But I've got a bit of a throat block with that child at the moment, meaning that you are, I feel like it's an emotional energy, not necessarily a she, but an emotional energy, bit of a throat block at the moment.
Okay.
Just working through it, she's saying, but she's working with that child to bring them up.
Right.
Wants to bolster their confidence and feel a little bit shut down a little bit.
Yeah, I can take
Do you understand
Yeah,
that?
I can take that.
Okay, she's also showing me shoes. She loves shoes. She wants more heels on you. Okay, she's saying get the heels out. Oh, she's also showing me an image of, oh, they're a bit sexy. You know, the tights with the lines up the back.
Right.
Okay, she's just showing me that. I don't think that's, I'm saying to her that's not suitable this day and age. She's like, what? Okay, just saying. Okay. She wants to encourage you to keep going.
Okay.
She's saying, keep going. You're right on the money.
Okay, thank
She
you.
says you're right on the money. So whatever it is, you are right on the money. And I'm going to pass you all her love, and there's
Thank
a lot
you
of
so
it.
much.
And I'm also going to pass you the love to you and to Alan as well, because I feel there is some piggybacking going on here, and there's more energy than what we've just got with here. So I'm going to pass you all the love,
Thank
and
you.
I'm going to hand back over to the lovely Claire.
Right. Okay. I know where I want to go. This sounds really, really dark. I know where I want to go. I would like to come to the gentleman at the back, if that's okay with you, sir. If you're okay for me to work with you. Are you alright?
Well, mate,
No, the other guy. No, of course you, sir. Are you okay for me to work with you? Because the reason being is I keep getting the name of a C name starting with Colin. I don't know if you can take the name Colin, but I will ask you, are you okay for me to work with you?
yeah.
You sure? Okay,
No,
don't.
but that colour.
Ah, it's alright, I'm sure okay. Right, there is this gentleman who's coming through, there feels like there is a disjointed relationship with this gentleman. He feels more like he'd either be dad, if he wouldn't, he would be granddad, but this is a gentleman that there is a bit of a disjointed relationship. Either you had a really good relationship with him, or you found that you drifted apart. I've got distance with this gentleman. He feels like a dad. If he's not dad, he'd be granddad. Can you take this gentleman, this relationship with dad being quite disjointed? No? Okie dokie.
You might be with Dave behind. I'm just Spirit's just saying sorry. Just
Okey
gonna
dokey.
warn you, because that is a disjointed relationship with Dad, and he is in spirit.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
okay.
here we go.
Right, alright then. So this gentleman in front of Dave, obviously I work with Dave behind, but if this makes any connection with you, if you're
Carry
happy
on,
to do
please,
that.
don't carry
Okie
on.
dokie. Right, so Dave, this gentleman is just, I consider it as a disjointed relationship. There is this, I want to come in and sort of say he either came, okay, thank you, he acknowledges being a part-time dad. Or he was part-time, he was not somebody that was, if he was here, he was still vacant is what I'm getting. If he was physically here, it wouldn't really matter because there was a vacantness around him. It gives me a feeling that he had troubles within his own childhood.
Oh, yes.
He didn't know how to show love.
No, he didn't.
He talks about how he, fight first, talk after with this gentleman. It was have an argument and then talk about it, or if there's a physical side of it, have the fisticuffs, then have the conversation afterwards. Does that make sense with him?
Yep.
Are you okay for me to continue?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Can you take the name that starts with C? Like a Colin or a Carol or something like that. I've got a C name. I've got to keep you still bouncing around this C name. If you can't, don't worry, don't stretch too far, because if I stretch too far, it's Claire talking, not Spirit talking. Right, I've got a Matthew or a Matt for you as well, so I've got an M name, but I want to pass over that name over to you as well. Right, why are you here then? He struggles to get his words out, even in spirit. He struggles to find the right words. It's more, with him, the way he's coming through, it's more feelings. This is a contained gentleman. His energy feels contained. He's making me feel like this. I've got my fists going on like this. He is contained, but he gives me feelings. This man is a man that felt, but didn't verbalise it, because the way he's coming through with me for you is like, I don't feel like I'm allowed to have an opinion. I don't want to disrespect you because he either disrespected you too often. And though he's here, it's like a feeling of I shouldn't be here really. I don't deserve to be here. He said, but I thought I'd chance it anyway and see if she could. Oh, he's just turned around and said that you wouldn't entertain him. Because I asked him, why are you here? And he just went, well, no, but she wouldn't entertain me. So this is a gentleman either you picked up, I don't know, but if you dismissed him because he's like, you wouldn't have entertained me.
No, I don't entertain him, but I use him to pass people over that haven't crossed.
Ah.
So he comes in a work capacity, bless him.
Oh, right.
And he's amazing.
Right.
But he works as a spirit
When
guide.
it's I shouldn't have entertained him.
Yeah, because it's like you wouldn't entertain
No,
him. She wouldn't
not at all.
entertain him. There was a mental health issue with this gentleman.
Yeah.
He just went, I feel like I lost my marbles.
Mm.
So I don't know whether literally he had that, but he's used the word, I lost my marbles.
He did.
Okay. I got a Robert or a Rob,
Yep.
so I want to pass that over. Brilliant, thank you, you're chatting.
Brother.
Okay, thank you very much, because I know all of that. There's a Peter or a Paul, I've got Peter as well.
Brother.
Ah, I think.
Yeah.
One more, there's one more.
Well, the other one as well, I can't always get a hat trick. Because I got the
just
other.
go with what kind of energy the brother is, because that is easier to...
But I'll tell you the name I've got. I'll give it to you and see if I do get a hat trick. But I've got like a Frank or a Fr. I've got a Fr name to give to you. But this gentleman, the brother, is a bit of a card. He's a bit of a
Yes.
wheeler dealer. He's a bit of a joker, is what I'm getting, and that side of it. All right. He says that you're a little bit, your head's in the clouds too much at times.
Yeah.
Time to put your feet down on the ground. There is something about that you want to do. And you need to put your best foot forward on this. You're hesitating. It's something that's lingered, and you've got to put your best foot forward. I want to put you ground. I'm not the most zen, but I want to ground you is what he's given me. I've also been given a H name like a Harry or a Henry. So, but this feels historically past, and there's somebody in the past for you. And I've just been given a lady's name, Betty or Elizabeth. So I've got a Betty, but a B name. If you can't take them, just hold them onto it. He also talks about that you've kind of tried to, you've kind of become a little bit holistic in your own approach for your own well-being. It's about, whereas before it might be just very, well, men don't look at my health, or men don't look at their mental health, men should be this, but it gives me a feeling that you're kind of trying to look at things in different perspectives. Like getting out walking, it isn't just about getting out walking, it's about getting fresh air, it's getting about seeing colours, you're looking at it from a different perspective, and he likes that. He said, you ain't got much chance with her anyway, you can't not do it, sorry love. You ain't got much chance. He does say though, I've got a bit of a message for you.
Oh, go on.
He said, you just need to try not, you don't bamboozle him too much.
Yeah.
Oh sorry, I don't know how we create a domestic.
Bamboozling.
Bamboozle.
Yeah.
Bamboozle.
It don't take much, does it? I'm just joking.
But
Joking.
there's something around about you need to open up and talk more apparently. Communication, sorry I'm having a domestic, I'm sorting out, I feel like I'm like marriage related here now, aren't I? communication. There's something there. He's not going deep, but he's just talking about communication both ways. So I want to put a connecting line to both of you. Yeah, that was his sign to say, listen.
That's the one just text just now.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, what for you, it's about you getting on with what you want to do as well. Time to get your head down and knuckle down and focus. But keep your communication together. That's important for both ways. That's what he wants the most to say. And I'll just say thank you very much for allowing me to work with him. And apologies so that I didn't get a chance to work with you. Next time. Oh, I like that. There's a next time. We like that. Thank you.
I got a little doggy who wants to come forward. I'm just going to do a little one. I've got a little doggy. There's a little doggy. Have you lost a dog? Yeah, thank you. Sorry, my eyes just like, there's a little doggy. It's for you. Yeah. Oh. Crossing over was fine, just so that you know. I feel like there was a little bit of an issue, like when the dog crossed, you were concerned. There was a little bit of hesitation and something didn't feel quite right. Do you understand that?
Might be her actually.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I was drawn to you initially because I feel like that, but I do think this animal I'm being shown as white, and that means it's a soul animal, so it would be a very close connection. You don't know? Okay. Okay, lady behind you, is that why? Yeah. Okay, coming to you then. Soul animal lost, little dog. Yeah. A soul connection, like not a normal dog passing, and there was a bit of an issue around the passing. You were worried whether they crossed properly or something didn't feel quite correct for you. Do you understand that? This animal wants to come through and say, they're fine, absolutely fine, still working, still enjoying life, but from the other side, and actually got a lot more freedom now. Just wants to pass all the love for all the love that you gave that animal. I want to pass that all to you. And I just wanted to give you that little message because I feel like I just wanted to bring an animal through. Did you have a big dog? So I've also got a big dog hanging around as well here. I've got a lot. Is that for you? I've got quite a lot of animals around here now. Now I've just opened up the gates, but I want to pass that love to you there. Who has got the big dog? Someone lost the big dog, yes. Yeah, that dog also dribbled a lot. Do you understand that?
Oh no.
No? Okay. Big dog that dribbled a lot. Who's anyone picking this up? Thank you. That dog's fine as well. Just going to pass all the love, just a little one, and then I'm going to hand back to Claire because, as you know, I'm like, there's all this. Claire is the platform to do that.
No.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to pass you all the animal love because it is important that, guinea pig or someone coming in, a little one. Sorry, is that for you, Amelia? A little one. I've got a little one. Did you lose a guinea pig?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. All fine. No guilt needed. No guilt needed. Okay. Do you understand that? Okay. Passing the love.
Okay. I'm going to say that. No, so you sat down and I'm still
Yeah, because I was doing a little one, so I felt like I needed to be at the level to see who it was.
I've got a dog as well. I picked up the dog that you picked. The reason being is, as you were talking to these two, I'm going to work with both of you. This dog...
Thank you. I knew you would pick up my link. We always pick up, we share links. We share lots of things. Well, not that many things.
I told you I'm not getting into this. Okay, imagine. This sounds really, really horrible, but the way it feels, one was... I'll just say it, but I don't mean it in a horrible... riddled with cancer or riddled with an illness. Something that took the doggy's body and attack the doggy's body rather than it just being old age. Is it either of you two?
Might be me, you see.
Oh, you done good start. I've got a doggy. I have got a dog, but there's a lady that comes with the dog. So this is a lady in spirit that comes with the dog. She feels like she's mum. If she's not mum, she would be Nan, and she comes with the doggy. The doggy has a connection to Nanny. You're all nodding. Does the dog?
Nan's over there, yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah, my nan and my dog.
I
We
feel I'm
used to go
more.
on holidays.
I feel more with you. Yeah. But the dog, he feels like this, it isn't just the dog passed away with just death. That's how it's bad. There's something, there was medical intervention basically.
Yeah.
If you can't take the dog, it was rid of. I felt wrong saying it, but I knew it had something to do with it, but it had medical intervention.
Yeah.
But Nan's got the dog.
Excellent.
I don't want to go big dog. Admittedly, every dog is a Westie for me because that's what I own. But I want to kind of go. I don't know whether it's a little Yorkshire Terrier or we're in the small to medium range, but no bigger than a Westie is what they're giving me. So it's a small dog. It wasn't
Cocker spaniel.
us. We're not. Yeah, not the Alsatians and all of that. Right. I keep getting this dog's name. I don't know why I'm talking a dog at the moment, but we'll keep going with the dog. I want to give it like a name like Freddie. I don't know.
Cocker Spaniel, Frankie, Carly behind you.
Right, no, okay, there's a dog, but I've got, okay.
Also a Cocker Spaniel. There's a lot of double backing going on here. There's a lot of dogs in here.
That was a dog lover then.
She loved him. She loved him.
Because there is a connect. The reason we've got dogs is because we've got dog lovers in spirit. They're people that are really drawing in with the dogs, and it's important at the moment. I think the way they're going, but I'm not coming away from you. And I know I can say so because I need any healing, but I can't come away from you because I know I'm with you regardless. As Nan comes through, she talks about. Doesn't feel like it's her, but there was somebody in spirit who drank their tea in a saucepan. I don't know myself last time. A saucer. So this feels like, but it wouldn't mean that. Nan had a bit of an etiquette, is what she's given me. She's coming through. She's not all frills and fancy. She was a very down to earth lady, but she had a uniqueness around her. Now I don't literally know if she drank from a saucer.
I don't understand.
But it isn't her. It feels like it's somebody.
Could
Don't be bringing in the other cats in now. We've got dogs, that's enough for the moment. Right, okay. So basically you've been feeling quite frustrated at the moment. There's a lot of toing and froing going on around you, but you kind of just want to grab this situation with this person and just go, stop. So there's this feeling that there's frustration. You're a doer, she says. You want to get on with it. When you think, and then you act. You're not somebody that, this is what she's telling me, is you're not somebody that sits and procrastinates. It's kind of get your ideas of what's going on. She makes me feel like it's being frustrated because you're ready to do things or move forward, and either a person or a situation's stopping you. I've just been given a J name, like a Joe or Joanne or Jonathan. I don't know if you can take it. Yeah, you can take it. You kind of. I am working with both of you because I think your natural energies blend anyway, so I might be bouncing between both of you. Not because I want to win on names, but I want to. I've got this Joe as well, or Josephine. Right. Things will feel a little bit less hurtful for you, either emotionally or mentally or physically. Things have felt a bit murky. I don't know if it's you, but it could be. But I want to say both of you feel a little bit murky. But I like it, because she puts me like this. She says to me, you're bouncing off each other. You're not both murky at the same time, fortunately. It's a bouncing off one another. And I know the other lady's healing, but I just want to put massive rainbows over you three. I want to put the rainbows over you. So all three of you have got that connection with the healing. Now I know that.
We've got the same Reiki master.
Pardon?
We've all got the same Reiki.
Oh yeah! Because I just got this big rainbow over you. And I want to bring it. You're not having a reading, unfortunately, at the moment, but I'm bringing you in. So I've got the rainbow over you. That's a new one. I've not had that one before. I mean, that's actually why all three of you gel with your energies. Oh, she's me, but all of you need, and you are now being dragged into this by your nan. So your nan likes to help lots of people. This is what she's coming through with. But what she's talking about is all three of you need to learn to contain your energies to yourselves. It's okay to blend, but you need to make sure that your energies are contained. And now I'm not obviously a healer and things like that, but the way she makes me feel is sometimes it's easy to feed off each other too much. It's just a little bit of awareness of how much you're giving out and how much you are, she said, absorbing. It's more an absorbing, but it's not a bad thing that you all bounce each other off. but I come back to you for your man. I've got a Thomas or a Tom or a T name for you, so I will pass that over. Don't worry, it'll be one of the names you'll go out the window and you know. Now I know you said you go away with her, but I want to put you in a caravan. I want to put you in Clacton. If it's not that, it would be that type, yeah? Because I want to put you in Clacton. I want to put you...
Costa del Clacton.
Oh, Costa del
I love it.
I want to put you in Clacton. And somebody loved to... it was either a joke or something about a tennis ball and a racket. So if it's not that, it's about bringing a memory of bringing always an object to take to the caravan. But it isn't cards because she took the cards out. So she's the cards, but I want to do like a football or a racket and a tennis ball, but she's the cards. She liked, this could be a double meaning, she liked rummy. So I don't know whether she liked rum,
No,
and
it's
it's the card game rummy. But she said I was quite happy to play patience and play patience on my own. She'd love nothing more to have the sun on her face and play patience. It's having that sunshine in, but she likes that one. But she was really good at the cards. I want to shuffle them and do the... I ain't got a clue, it's just that's the sound. She's talking about shuffling them. Just little bits of memories for you. She's looking after the dog. She makes me feel that you've asked that question, is the dog being looked after? She's looking after your dog, by the way, as well. So she's looking after... She said, not another animal, but she talks about... And for you, she makes me feel that you've even been thinking about having another animal because she talks about a joke, because she just went, because she went, not another animal, because she's talking about spirit and here. She said to me, but they're little nuggets of affection. They're little nuggets of affection. They're a different type of affection. Although she didn't like mice, or she didn't like gerbils, she didn't just want small, because she's like, not the small rodent things. So I don't know whether you would have a memory of not something, whether you had hamsters or something. She don't like hamsters or little mice, is what because she's like, not the third one.
Just got my son a hamster.
Oh dear. She's not, that's not nuggets of love for her. Okay, and she gives me an e-name for you, like an Emily or an is it Emily or is it? Hey!
How was it?
There we go. So I've got an E name, and I had Emily, and it would be, or it would have been a Betty, but Emily, if you can take Emily, I'm running with it. And August is the birthday past her anniversary. So you're both.
Oh yeah,
She gives me the 10th, so I don't know whether the 10th is 10th of August, which will be in or around August. If it's not, it'll be 10th is another somebody else's birthday. But there's something you might have to tell them. And with that, I'm going to stop, because conscious of time, just to know that Nan's looking after the dog, that's one. Yeah, the hamster, she's going on about the hamster. So it's the little ears, and they go, she's not keen on that apparently. So with that, I'll just say thank you for allowing me to work with you. Both, all three of you, just remember about your energies and not absorbing, because the rainbow is together for three of you to support. Okay, and I'll just say thank you very much. That's my most healing costume. Thank you.
As much as I feel like we could go on,
Well, we could.
we could. I'm very aware of the time. We're already 10 minutes over, so unfortunately, I think we're going to have to bring this, because I know I've got a few little extra things that are going on. So I'm just going to say thank you for listening. Thanks for Claire being here. Thank you for each and every one of you for being here and making this special. I really appreciate every one of you, really do. If you'd just like to bow your heads, I think we're going to have a little closing prayer, if that's okay. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the lovely messages that have come through today to prove to us and show us that we are loved and looked after from the other side. I'd like you to bless each and every one of these individuals as they go home and help them in their paths as they move forward with their life. I would like you to offer them some light and positivity, and I set the intention that they go forward for a very productive and happy week. Amen. Thank you. So it just leaves me to say thank you for watching, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate everything. Thank you so much.